decent start against Seattle last time out.
You're right. If you look at the line, 6 2/3, 5 runs, you say not a great start. He pitched much better than that. The runs came in his last inning. He's at 98 wins, looking to close in on 100.
As Daz Cameron leads off for the Athletics, 6th time he's done that this year.
That one's hit hard. It's going to go over the head of Jose Iglesias and then towards right center field. Daz Cameron with the leadoff knock. Good on Daz. He's been hitting the ball hard lately.
So now Miguel Andujar, and he gets one in on his hands and pops it up. Lindor waiting for it on the outfield rim. And that's the first out of the day.
Brings up J.J. Bleday.
And Bleday hits one out to right. McNeil should have room going back and picks it off in front of the warning track for the second out. So 2 out. Cameron's still at first, and now Shea Langoliers, who had himself a huge game on Tuesday night.
And for Shea, add another. Just needed a day, and he's right back on track. A 2-out knock. And they're going to load the bases with ball 4. Good at bat from Tyler.
And Jeremy Hefner will pay him a visit before he faces Zach Geloff with the bases loaded.
Well, I don't see Quintana totally off. He's got better fastball command than he does of his changeup and breaking ball. But he's an older pitcher, and your pitching coach here with his pitcher in trouble with the bases loaded. A nice time for a visit.
3-2 coming, and the curveball struck him out. Quintana uses the hook to strike out Geloff and strand 3 in the opening inning. Mitch Spence, a Rule 5 draft pick from the Yankees. He's solidified a spot in the A's rotation.
I mean, when you get a Rule 5 draftee and he can fill a spot in the rotation the way he has 7 wins, his slider is going to be his most effective pitch.
Lindor's got an 8-game hitting streak.
This one's in the air towards left field, and Daz Cameron with a routine fly ball for the first out. So right on cue, as Dallas said, put it in play. Defense does the work.
So 2 men away, couple of fly ball outs, and J.D. Martinez will be the batter.
That's line off the glove of the second baseman Geloff, and Martinez has the Mets' first hit. Geloff nearly snagged that. Just got the top of his glove on it, and Martinez has his second hit in the series.
Well, the ball was hit so hard that Geloff got there, but he could not get to the apex of his jump in time.
So 2 outs. Martinez at first. Here comes Jesse Winker.
3-2. That's strike 3. Bring out the cutter, and Winker will head back. One stranded for the Mets as we move on to the second.
And he walks Alonso on a 3-2 slider. Showing a little discretion there after Pete's big night last night, and the Mets have a leadoff man on.
Breaking ball sent in the air to right. Moving toward the line is Cameron. And Daz will get there, make a one-handed catch, and there's one away.
Brings up Jeff McNeil.
Marathon going on here between Spence and McNeil. And he pulls that one past the first baseman Alvarez and down the line. Alonso goes to third, McNeil into second, and the Mets have 2 in scoring position with 1 out. An 11-pitch marathon, and McNeil gets the result with his 23rd double of the year.
What an at-bat by McNeil. Watch, it's going towards the bag, so he reaches that way. Then it comes back towards his body. That's why he missed it. He anticipated where he thought it was going to go, but the spin took it underneath his glove.
That throws one to the backstop. Here comes Alonso with the game's first run. So a wild pitch brings home the first run of the afternoon, and it's 1-0 New York.
With 2 outs as Harrison Bader digs in.
Bouncing ball up the middle right there. Geloff gets the second hop. He'll throw to first, and the inning is over. A run in as Alonso scores on a wild pitch. 2 in the books in New York, and the Mets lead it 1-0.
So back-to-back 2-out singles, one to the right, one to the left. And with 2 on, here's Tyler Nevin.
It's high, ball 4, so Geloff gets another opportunity. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the 3rd inning.
And he flies one into shallow right center. McNeil shading his eyes and stays with it to retire the side. Quintana again gets Geloff with the bases loaded. Francisco Lindor up for the second time, flied out to left his first time up, and Lindor hits that one toward the hole. Diving is Schumann, but he can't come up with it cleanly, and Lindor's got an infield hit.
And he's on with his first hit. That's now hits in 9 straight games for Lindor. Vientos now.
Vientos smacks one deep right center, headed toward the wall, and it's out of here. Mark Vientos goes the other way for his 18th home run, a 2-run shot. And the Mets now with a 3-0 lead. Vientos elevated to the number 2 spot in the batting order for the first time this year, and he drives one out to the bullpen in right center for a 2-run homer. And that one hits McNeil. That'll load him up for Luis Torrens.
is lined to left field. That's a base hit down the line. Martinez comes in to score. Alonso right behind him. He scores. McNeil goes to third. Luis Torrens makes it hurt on the first pitch. A 2-run single to left, and the Met lead over Oakland is now 5-0 in the third inning.
4 runs home in the inning. Again, the A's have the bases loaded. Third time in the first 4 innings that they've loaded them up against Quintana, who's now walked 4 batters.
This is the craziest outing I've ever seen from Quintana.
Nowhere to put J.J. Bleday.
As Quintana delivers in the pitch to Bleday, swung on line, drive down the right field line, in the corner, and it is a fair ball, and it is gone! A grand slam for Bleday! And the A's now trail 5-4, just inside that right field foul pole. And it's a 1-run game. Bleday's 15th of the year. RBIs 42, 43, 44, and 45. It's now a 5-4 ball game. What a shot by Bleday.
And that hits Shea, so he'll take his base. Reached all 3 times now today in this inning. Will keep on moving. Tying run at first in Shea Langoliers, and the go-ahead at the plate. Nevin swings at it to left field. It's going to find the grass, and Shea Langoliers will go to third base. Shea's getting waved home, and here comes the relay. Shea Langoliers, the throw off, and he's in safe. Torrens had to reach out to his left and come back to make the tag, and we have a tied game in Queens.
Well, he called him safe. You only call him safe if the runner hits the plate. He did not hit the plate, so he should not call him safe.
Yeah, so the Mets are going to challenge this, and they'll win the challenge because Torrens went back and tagged him afterward.
Smart play by Torrens.
And this is clearly going to get overturned.
That was a smart play by Torrens, because you know what happens. When an umpire calls a runner safe at the plate, most catchers do not go and tag the runner because the play is dead. They assume.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out.
Stays the Mets 5 and the Oakland A's 4.
And now Mark Vientos with a 2-run homer to right center. Vientos hits another one deep to right. Back goes Cameron near the wall, and it's out of here. Mark Vientos homers for the 2nd time today. And again he goes the other way. 19 for Vientos. And it's a 2-run lead for the Mets at 6-4.
You talked about the adjustments, Gary. If they're not going to pitch him inside, they're using a way to try to get him out. He is just going to go that way. That's adjusting.
The Seth Brown pinch hitting.
Brownie in now for Alvarez.
And Brownie to the outfield. Off the bench with a knock. First to third for Zach Geloff. And the A's working a little something again here in the 5th. And that gets to the backstop. Here comes a run in Zach Geloff. It's a 1-run game. And there's the importance of going first to third.
So a good read by Geloff, seeing that ball elude the catcher.
And the A's have the tying run aboard in the 6th inning.
Payoff pitch. Runner holds. It swung on line to third. It is a fair ball. Into the left field corner. Bleday's on his way to third base. Martin's reading the ball. He'll put the brakes on as Winker plays it back in. And Lindor is ready for another throw to the plate, but instead the brakes are put on. A double for Shea. He's 3 for 3 today. Runners at second and third. Chance for Tyler here. First pitch, Tyler swings, hits it in the middle of the diamond on the ground. Picked up by Iglesias. His play to first. Bleday is home, and this game is tied. The A's have come all the way back from a 5-0 deficit, with Seth Brown set to hit next. Swinging a bouncing ball, finds its way through into right field. That will score Langoliers. Seth Brown delivers, and it's 7-6 Oakland. They've been waiting to boo, and they finally have come out in full throat here in Flushing after watching a 5-0 lead disappear.
Now Tyler Nevin, and he hits one toward the middle of the diamond. Iglesias gets to it, can't make a play, but he saved a run by keeping it on the infield. That's what you tell your fielders to do with 2 out and a runner at second. Make sure it doesn't get through, and Iglesias did that.
So the 3rd time today that Geloff's been up with the bases loaded.
And he popped it up on the infield. Iglesias will take charge of it. And the A's leave them loaded for the 3rd time in this game. They have left 14 runners on base in 7 innings. And the Mets now have the tying and go-ahead runs on base. So Francisco Alvarez is going to bat for Jeff McNeil.
Here's the pitch. That's the dribbler foul. They got the foot. No, it hit him when he was outside of the box. He's out. It hit Francisco Alvarez when he was out of the box, and he is out. There's going to be a 2 unassisted. And here comes Mendoza to argue. Alvarez can't believe it. Mendoza's hot. Carlos Mendoza coming out, jumping out of the Mets dugout. He can't believe it. Alvarez still standing just outside the batter's box. But the home plate umpire, who is Scott Berry, said it hit him when he was outside of the box.
It wasn't much of an argument by Alvarez. He was letting his manager do all the talking, and he watched, and he took one step, and his right foot was in front of home plate.
That's a good call.
2 down now for Torrens.
That's one line drive caught by Schumann, and the inning is over. Oh, what a break. Ball was smoked by Luis Torrens and right at Max Schumann. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We're through 7 complete. It's still the A's 7 and the Mets 6.
For the 3rd time on this road trip and 38th time overall, right-hander Mason Miller is on the mound for the A's.
Payoff pitch, a swing and a miss. Got him to whiff on the slider, and a strikeout to begin for Mason Miller. And a swing and a miss. Whiffs at the slider, and a couple of punch outs to start the afternoon for Mason Miller in a quest to finish things here in New York.
There's Edwin Diaz on in relief. It's a 1-run game. The A's are ahead.
And he gets the slider in for strike 3 called, and Andujar is out to start the 9th. So now Langoliers with a runner in scoring position. Been on base 5 times in a row today, and he hits one sharply, but right at Lindor. He's got the runner trapped. Bleday in the rundown. Iglesias tosses it to Vientos and makes the tag. Well, Bleday, after stealing his first base of the year, got a little frisky and got hung out to dry. 6-4-5 on the fielder's choice for the 2nd out.
He just got locked in. He didn't know what to do. So the ball's hit. He was going to go back. Then he went forward. Once he did that, Lindor had him.
2-2. Got him looking. Diaz with a couple of strikeouts in a scoreless 9th inning, and the Mets will try and get it done against Mason Miller in the bottom of the 9th, down a run. J.D. Martinez leads off against Mason Miller.
The 0-2 comes Miller. Swing and a miss, stayed with the slider, and Martinez is out number 1. All 3 strikeouts, Bader and Vientos in the 8th, and Martinez here in the 9th on the breaking pitch.
And Taylor is hit by the pitch. And the Mets have the tying run on base with 1 out.
And here comes Alonso.
This is popped up sky high for Zach Geloff. And Gelly will grab it. 2 gone.
Low and away, ball 4. And so now the tying run is at 2nd, with Taylor going down there on the walk to Iglesias, who becomes the winning run at 1st, and Francisco Alvarez coming up.
This one to left field. J.J. Bleday will go back a couple of steps, and the Oakland Athletics walk away with a series victory. The 7th series win in their last 9 series, a winning road trip, and how about a 2-inning save for Mason Miller?